A Nintendo Direct was dropped yesterday, and the board game industry is helping out independent stores. I'm Andrew Dornan, and this is my show, What's New? So, I am sitting at my desk. The previous 18 episodes, I've been standing in front of either a bookshelf or a blank wall or what have you. But today, I decided to sit down because my allergies are killing me and I feel like I'm dying. um, I've just been sneezing and I've been having a runny nose and I did take some Zyrtec, but it's a living hell. So it's wonderful. I might change up the format of where I film, so I might be filming at my desk chair instead of like having the camera set by the window. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be how it goes for a while. I definitely want to mix things up because I project for this to go until at least the end of April, and then from there we'll see if I want to continue it. But yeah, so that's just the pre-show rambling, and let's get on with the news. All right, so as you probably guessed by how I introduced the show today, we only have two news stories, and the first of which was that Nintendo Direct was dropped yesterday. It was a Nintendo Direct Mini. People all over the internet have been like, "Oh, when can we get the next Nintendo Direct?" And they were like crying about it, and they were like, "Oh, it's a drought. We're all gonna die from a lack of a Nintendo Direct." And it's just like the internet reeked of entitlement. I honestly did not give a shit if we got a Nintendo Direct or not. They're fun, but it's, Nintendo doesn't have to do it. They don't have to do anything to appease you, but whatever. I'm of the mindset that, maybe in the past I was like, oh, well, they owe us something, but it's like nowadays I've realized that corporations don't owe us anything. Like, yeah, we buy their products, but there's nothing in law that says Nintendo has to do a Nintendo Direct like every few months or whatever. So this whole like dust storm of like people being like, oh, we didn't have a Nintendo Direct is dumb. But that was just a really long tangent. It's not that long. We're only 3 minutes into the video. I'm stalling. It's gonna be a really short episode. But that out of the way, we had the Nintendo Direct Mini, which hopefully appeased their entitlement. But I don't know, because we all know fanboyism is really bad. But what was in this Nintendo Direct Mini? Well, a lot of new games were announced, and a lot of ports were announced. Well, I say a lot of new games. There was like a handful of new games, a handful of ports, and just a tiny bit of information about games that we already knew. For me personally, my personal favorites, Clubhouse Games. There's like 51 different board games, and I love tabletop games, but I never have anyone to play with. So if I had a Switch, I would have totally picked up Clubhouse Games just so I could be able to play all of my favorite tabletop games by myself. uh, oh man, I hate spring. It is my least favorite season. Uh, yeah, sure, the Texas summers are hotter than Satan's ballsack, but at least I don't have horrible allergies during the summer. So it's great. Totally great. 100%. I love it. But anyways, so Clubhouse Games I'm really excited for. There's another new game coming out that I'm really excited about. It's called Good Job. It is delightful. Is basically you play as like a guy who works at your dad's company, and you have all these tasks, and you can complete the task however you want. You could basically destroy the place, and it's wonderful. Absolutely a joy to witness, and I would love to have a Switch so I could have that game, but again, with all these Switch games, I'm probably not going to pick up for at least a few years because money. And then finally, we have the port for Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. I love the Jedi Knight series. I did a Let's Play of Jedi Outcast over on the YouTube channel, or here if you're watching this on the YouTube channel. And I've been thinking about maybe doing a Let's Play on Jedi Academy, and it's really cool seeing that being brought over to the Switch, so that way people can enjoy this game. I personally think that Jedi Academy is a bit better than Jedi Outcast, just because the lightsaber combat feels a bit better. You can choose what kind of lightsaber you have. There are like different missions that you can choose from. It's a lot of fun. It's a little open worldy in the sense of like, hey, you have all these missions, you can do them in any order. And you can like grow your character how you see fit, which is really great. But those are my three personal favorites from the Nintendo Direct Mini, which was about 30 minutes. So it was about the length of a regular Direct, more or less. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys thought about the Nintendo Direct Mini. Did you enjoy it? Are you looking forward to any of the games talked about in the direct? Let me know in the comments. All right, our second story of today is that indie stores are being helped from the board game industry. So as you know, around the country, many governments at both the local and state level have been calling for non-essential businesses to shut down all across the country, and this is like adversely hurting indie stores, just because a chain can weather the effects of having to shut down or being low on product, but independent stores like your mom and pop card shop, they're getting hit the hardest, and the board game industry is trying to step in and save them, because there's this like mutually beneficial relationship between independent card stores and board game stores and bookstores and board games. And so the board game industry is trying to urge consumers to try and support their local stores if there is not a lockdown in their area, while also practicing social distancing. And then on top of that, a few companies, including Wizards of the Coast, are working towards making initiatives that help these stores stay afloat during pressing times. And some stores have even been trying out that a whole curbside pickup thing. And what's really interesting is that there is an organization called GAMA, and what's really cool is that they are working with these independent stores to get Discord servers up and running, so that way in some like capacity they can still operate their store through a Discord server, and then also do their tournaments and whatnot. So that's really cool. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. Are there any local card shops that you are trying to support during these trying times? Or what do you think about the story in general? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Today has just been a pretty day, because it's just the allergies. I woke up this morning and I was just hit in the face with allergies, and I looked outside and it's just pollen everywhere. It's like the whole world has turned yellow, and it's really gross. But I'm doing what I can. Today's probably going to be my least productive day, just because when I get hit hard with those allergies, I'm really lethargic. But that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me and my content, I have a link to the support the content page in the show notes. On top of that, if you want to know more about Andrew Dornan's What's New, I have a link to the main show page also in the show notes. Although if you're watching this on the website, it's actually a button that takes you to the main show page, which is it's pretty neat. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you Monday for another episode of Andrew Dornan's What's New. Bye-bye.